Alrighty guys, so welcome back to my channel today, and we are doing a brand new Sims 4 video today. And so today is a day for another Cats and Dogs Day, and I'm so excited for this part because we have some fun things planned. Like, we're gonna go over to the Larson grandparents' house. We might actually have also Nia and Darius, who is our next door neighbor. Well, the teenage boy, the boy next door. We might actually be going on like a friendship hangout place to the art gallery, the local art gallery, which is actually in Newcrest, which was built a couple of days ago. Well, actually built a couple of weeks ago by this talented artist, and they are so freaking cool. It's so welcoming that they invited Nate and Nia. Well, I mean, they invited Nia and Darius over to their newly improved art gallery to go and explore and see and get some inspiration to see what they will do. But as of right now, everyone is at work and school, so Nia is actually at school going to study hard. I have Max here going to make some friends, and as well as Mr. Nate here, he's going to go socialize with his coworkers, but I might have him work normal. So I have a few things to update you guys on for a couple of parts because, well, a couple of weeks have happening. So I've been basically working on this Let's Play for about a week and a half for this part technically, just because I wanted to make sure that this part was going to go well. And after the fact, when I was making sure that I had everything built and everything set up, there's actually a few things that I don't want to show you yet, but I do want to show you, but I don't want to show you just yet. So adorable. Wake up, child, wake up. I need to have him go pee because he has to pee anyway. Wake up, wake up. So about yesterday around 2 a.m., what happened was, the last part you saw was that everyone over here in the Larson household was over here next door meeting the neighbors, the Grove family. And around that time, around like 2 a.m., was a time where basically Woofers ran away from home. Well, he didn't really technically, well, okay, he did kind of run away from home. And it was upsetting and kind of heart-wrenching because what had happened was that Max was left home alone. The door was basically wide open, and it was upsetting because he didn't know what was going on. And then whenever that, because Max went over to a friend's house, and Nia was still here at this house, and then Savannah was still at Savannah went to the clinic to work on some like treatment and everything as well, and then Nate was hanging out with his friends. And so whenever like Savannah and Nate actually came home, what had happened was that the door was still wide open and Woofers was nowhere to be seen. They called Nia, they called Max and all stuff like that, and they haven't seen him. And like they asked Max, like, did you leave the door wide open when you left home to go over to your friend Katie's house? And he said, I don't think I did. And so basically, I guess he didn't remember, and that was kind of upsetting to figure out why. That it just made them feel a sense of worry, like they had this new puppy. It was very confusing why he ran away, and it really made them upset to Max. So Max basically, it wasn't technically his fault. It was basically that, I don't know, I wouldn't say it wasn't his fault, but it kind of is that he left the door wide open even though he didn't remember. So I'm just guessing that they figured out the issue. They weren't gonna ground Max. They just basically just gave him a lecture saying, make sure next time you don't leave the door wide open. Woofers, oh my gosh, if you do not stop looking that nasty pee-pee, you're gonna get nasty. Okay, seriously, Woofers, okay, well, did I not just lecture you? Let's see, mislead, no. Encourage, no, let's not do that. Mean, no. We're gonna scold him, and then we're gonna go ahead and have to give him, because I can't give him any tricks, because he actually ages up. Woofers actually ages up in about, I think, 2 days, I believe, yeah. Yeah, Woofers ages up in 2 days into a fully grown adult puppy, which is so freaking cool, so I'm excited for that. And we might have like a big like extravaganza, or a big giant party for Woofers. I'm just really, really excited for this. So we're gonna have to not stomp on that. We're gonna have to throw this poo-poo away. So anyway, is she pregnant? Why is everyone pregnant in this world? My goodness. So whenever Nia actually came home from Darius' house yesterday, Nia went over to San Myshuno to go visit the art gallery that she wants to, well, basically she went over to San Myshuno to look at the building that she wants to purchase but doesn't have enough money for, that she wants to buy for one day to have her own art gallery. And how that happened is that she found Woofers on the side of the road on the karaoke, like in the Spice District. it's where the karaoke place used to be, and she found woofers like on the side of like an alleyway, and like, oh my gosh, she said, oh my gosh, that's woofers. And then she decided to go ahead and actually go and pick him up, bring him home, and clean him up. And so she gave him a nice looking bath, and so they were all well, and nothing really bad happened to woofers. He just kind of got into some trash and kind of just went around exploring, same issue for what it was. And so that's basically one of what happened. So I'm glad he's like safe and sound and well fed, and kind of I'm just very worried that he might run away again, and I'm not really sure how I'm gonna feel about that, because Max is very socially attached to woofers, and I don't want him to think that we basically gave up on him saying he's not responsible enough to really take care of a pet of his own. Or I really want Max to really understand that it's okay, that it's not okay to leave your pet alone. It's okay. You just have to keep a close eye on your pets more often. So I really want him to think that it's, I don't know. I just don't know. I have no idea. But we just got completed another milestone for our aspirations. So next we have to become friends with 5 animals, be companion with 1 animal, and then successfully train out 2 misbehaviors. So whenever Woofers actually is going to be an adult, we will basically have Max train Woofers just to, have a sense of responsibility. And that's what this whole entire Let's Play is about, is training Woofers to become that best pet that he can be, but also having giving Max that sense of responsibility, saying that, when you get older and you have your own kids or have your own pet, when you move out of our house, I want you to have that sense of responsibility and that sense of style, saying that you can do whatever you want to do, but make sure you take care of what's yours. Okay, so basically everyone came back home from school. So Nia and Max are back from school, which is great. I'm happy about that. And I'm thinking of really having Max go ahead and probably, what happened there? I might have Max probably stay home today just to take care of Woofers, just so that he doesn't go out on the town or really just runs away again. So I'm going to have Max go over here. We're going to go and give him a little bit of a hug. We're going to talk to him and get to know Woofers a little bit more. Just be more close eye. And so as for Nia, she has a little bit of issues with the fact that she doesn't know who her real parents are. And so I have to explain. I'm going to have her go downstairs because she's a little bit tired. But I'm going to probably have her just paint a little bit. So so painting really helps her de-stressify herself a lot. So I'm going to have her go and paint a surrealistic painting, a large one. And so with Nia, I don't know if you guys know or not, or I haven't explained it enough, but Nia is actually adopted. So I need to explain. Let me go to her family tree while she goes downstairs. So basically right here, it's, so Nia's mother is Isabella. Isabella adopted Nia when Isabella was in a different marriage with another guy. And so to this day, she still does not know who her real parents are and still don't know who her adopted father technically was. And so that is kind of that's why it's kind of grayed out right here. And so it's a little bit confusing to figure out who is who, where she come from, who's her real parents. And it's kind of frustrating her that she doesn't know where she came from, what is her nationality, how she came to be. And so she really wants to know who her real parents are, what's her history like, and how she really just wants to solve a crime. And so that's what she's kind of just trying to figure out. And the way she kind of figures out her thoughts and her opinions and her ideas is through painting. And that's why she wants to one day really put all of her art into an art gallery, technically her own art gallery, and basically just kind of remember about the time where she was in her most darkest moment. And her most darkest moment was technically when her step, quote unquote, adopted parents died in a car accident. And that moment was a little bit confusing, a little bit upsetting to figure out who actually really did it. And you guys probably know who did it already because I explained it in a speed build, but kind of technically not really. But I will give you guys a brief insight of what's going on. And so we're gonna have Nia actually finish this painting for a little bit. For Savannah here, she's a little bit bored. I'm not sure why she is. Oh wait, we're giving a lecture to Max? Oh my goodness. What? Okay, we're gonna complain about boredom to our own son. We're gonna give him a teachable moment because he still needs to learn about don't leave your house keys at home or you'll be in some serious consequences. So yeah, That's the thing. Oh, and Max is still outside by himself. I mean, Wolfers is still outside by himself. That's just sad. Just sad. Max here, I don't know why he's upset. Oh, he's uncomfortable from nasty surroundings. Oh, yeah, like this stuff right here, it needs to be put away. I might actually have him go and get a teachable moment and have him go ahead and clean up the dishes around the house. Oh, well, looks like they have good friends now. That's nice. Real nice. And so, in a minute, whenever Nate actually comes home from work today, in about, how long does he have left? He's about 2 more hours left until he's like almost done. So whenever he gets home, we will definitely go over to the grandparents' house and hang out with them, see what they're up to. And then after that, we'll head on to the next day. And since it's going to be a Friday, we're going to, tomorrow, we're going to go over to the art gallery and kind of explore around what's offered. Because I really want to see what they can get some inspiration from it and see how they can really hang out with it. So with Nia here, I'm thinking I'm going to have her go ahead and, let's see, we're going to go ahead and send a text to Darius. We're going to chat with him in a little bit. So I might have Nia sell all her paintings, but then when she ever gets higher into more of her painting skill, I'll have her make some new ones. So I think that I might have her do that. So we're going to frame this one. We're also going to sell to the collector when she's done with that. She can finish her homework. She wants to do that too. And then watch the Civic Public Access channel. Interesting to know. Nice to know. Nice. Okay, so yeah, anyway, I don't know what else to talk about right now, because seriously, I've been talking my butt off today for like about 11 minutes already. Wait, woofers? Woofers? What? Oh, it's like, oh my gosh, I literally almost screamed my little head off. Woofers is still here. Good. Whew, almost had a heart attack. So we're going to have Max going to pick up Woofers here, put him into the house, just so he doesn't run away. Because I hear when in the Sims 4 Cats and Dogs, your pets can run away. And that's what Woofers did about a couple days ago, and that was upsetting. It's who? I have no idea how to pronounce that child's name at all to save my life, but she looks very, very cute. Where's the boy? I have no idea. Anyway, so let's see. I think, because you know Elsa and Lucas, and you don't know the new girl, because, oh yeah, so Max actually got a little secret admirer going in school, and I really think it's Annie. I really think Annie is so basically yesterday, well, actually, no, technically today at school, Max got a little love letter from a little girl or a little boy, I don't know. And basically it says, I think you're cute. And I was like, wait, what? That's so freaking cool, because I thought it was like Annie or it's like some other random kid at his school. Because he's kind of like the most popular kid in school. He has a reputation of being like cool, very very calm, cool, and collected, but also very charming at the same time. And so I don't know. I have a deep dark feeling it's either Annie or some other kid at his school. But I low-key think it's Annie. But nevertheless, that's the thing that I think. But right now, Nate should be coming home any minute now from work. And then we'll head out to the grandparents' house. Come on, Nate. Come on. There we go. Awesome. So Nate just got promoted to Code Monkey. So he has now earned an additional an additional 9 simoleons per hour, has a bonus, and also has a computer hard drive, which is great, which we need to upgrade our computers around here for him. I think he can upgrade these, I believe. So yeah, not for that computer or Nia's computer either. So I'm thinking of actually purchasing whenever I think Nia gets higher into her skill and her painting skill, I might buy her a bigger and better computer for better graphics, because she wants to become an artist, so I want her to have a painting type style and also a graphic design type style as well. And so I really want to have the best of both worlds, technically. So we need to get at least level 9 in the hidden skill to upgrade. Oh, Nate needs to do that. Let's see, what skill does he have in the hidden skill right now? I think he has level 3. Yeah, he has level 3 in the hidden skill, which we need to work on a little bit more, just so he can start upgrading around the house. But right now, we're going to head out to Brindleland Bay, to the Larson household, well, the Larson grandparents' household, see what they're up to, and kind of introduce you guys to them, see what they're like. I want to give you guys their backstory, because I think that's pretty cool, low-key. I just love the Larson family is by far my best household that I love and most dedicated to, because I play them more often than my other households, like my Not So Berry household. I play these characters more often. I spend more time on this entire Let's Play than any other Let's Play I've ever played in my entire life. And so, yeah, I'm gonna for everyone here, just so I want Woofers to introduce, have some sense of relationship with the other pets in the household. And so, technically, the grandparents have 2 pets. They have 1 cat and 1 kitty and 1 puppy. And I can't remember the names to save my life at all because it's been a couple of weeks since I've actually touched their household, built their house and stuff like that. But for the backstory for the Larson grandparents, they are technically a very well-known couple around Brindleland Bay because they used to live, well, I wouldn't say used to, they lived in Brindleland Bay all their lives, and they moved away for some other stuff, for some other reasons, and they came back on a boat. They found this one little smaller house called, I think, Brindleland Boathouse, and it was a one-level house at first, but when they were able to save us some money and kind of figure out what they wanted to do, they ended up actually building on top of it and built more of a second level. So they built a second floor to their house. It took them a long time to really figure out how they were going to lay it out. And I'm kind of glad that they were able to, build their dream house as they wanted to. And if you guys want to see the speed build of this house, I will leave the link down below in the description so you guys can watch it. But right here is actually Hank Larson, which is Nate and Nia's grandfather. And then over here we have is Delaney Larson. And I just realized that Oreo and Woofers look exactly the same. But yeah, that's the thing. So I'm gonna just do right here. Yeah, so this is Oreo right here. That's Woofers. So basically, Woofers and Oreo are kind of like twins, technically. And then we have the little kitty cat, which is, right here. So the kitty cat name is Elliot Larson, and I just love Elliot so much. And Elliot's kind of like that one cat who's very, very, like, not stubborn, but also very independent, but can be a little bit snarky at sometimes. Like, when he does not get his way, he acts out. And it's upsetting because he tears up the furniture, and it just makes me upset, like, Elliot, why did you just tear up that good old couch that we just paid for? Ugh, Elliot. But yeah, so here we are at the Larson grandparents' household, and I really do love their house a lot. They spent a lot of time, they spent literally years and years at this house a lot. So when they moved here, they didn't really have any, like, children or anything. They had 1 pet, which is actually named, what was his name? I think his name was, not Bartholomew, but his name was, I think his name was also Elliot. No. What was it? Because, okay, whenever they moved, like, whenever Hank and Delaney actually moved here, they had a pet, but I can't remember what their pet name was. I think his name was, Scooter, I think either name was Scooter or, Earl. I think his name was Earl or Elliot. Whatever the name was, I will think of it later, but like I said, this is where they used to live, and, Nate and Nia's parents technically used to live here as well. Technically, Nate and Nia's father used to live here when he was a kid until he was actually around 17 when he actually moved out from the house, lived his own life, and kind of basically, went to college and lived his life as well. And he became a very well-known person in Brindleland Bay. And that is actually when he met, that's when he actually met Nia's mother, which is Isabella. And so when they both met, they were kind of that one couple where Isabella had Nia as a daughter already, but didn't really introduce Nia. Oh my gosh, whoa. Isabella didn't really introduce Nia to Dominic yet until they were kind of in that type of relationship where they could really trust each other, really move in together and kind of hang out more and kind of visit the kids and whatever. And so after that all kind of happened, it was during that time where basically Dominic had Nate from another marriage, and Isabella had adopted Nia from another marriage, because Isabella couldn't have kids of her own, so that's why they adopted Nia as their own daughter, and I'm kind of glad that they did. So, and whenever they kind of got older, around around 6 or whatever, like whenever Nia was 6 years old, and whenever Nate was around, like, I think he was, how old was he? I think he was like 13, I believe, at the time. It was during the time when, like, they were thinking about, okay, so I think this is the time for us to move in, get married, and get engaged, whatever. And so they did, had a big old wedding, and it was really awesome to see how it all came to be. But this is the upstairs of their house. It's really very small, And it kind of like how they do have like a very small-ish house when it comes to the upstairs, because they didn't really want to expand the upstairs to like a really, really big area. And because they knew that they weren't going to have like a lot of company, and they didn't know if their grandkids were going to visit or stay over or whatever. So they decided not to really expand to add another bedroom to the house. But anyway, so yeah, I'm kind of happy that they are here. So we're gonna have Nia over here going to talk to Grandpa Hank here. We're going to actually. No, we're not going to ask about being old. That's rude. But we're going to ask about his day, and then we need to really just talk about proposing a crazy scheme. And I feel like that with the Larson family. What's going on? No, it's dying. I think. No, wait. Is the puppy dying, or is it remembering the memories of his own owner? Oh no. Oh, poor little doggo. Oh, running away from home. Anyway, so enough of that sad moment there. So anyway, like I said, I'm just really, really excited for this right about this family. But with Nia, she was kind of thinking about the Larson family estate or the industry, the income, what they had, or technically what they really were looking for in. Because I don't know what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so Nia, the Larson industry had a set of funds set aside for their kids, and so what happened is that Nia has money in her account to really kind of somewhat afford or kind of get the first floor furnished or half furnished of her newly soon to be owned gallery apartment or gallery studio that she wants to purchase of her own when she gets older, but she doesn't have enough money to really purchase it, and she doesn't want to ask Savannah or Nate because they know that they are struggling with some bills or some money, and they can't really afford any other things because they just adopted woofers about a couple months ago, and they don't really want to. Nia doesn't really want to stress out them with more bills or more like things to pay for, and so she decided to keep it quiet. And she doesn't want to really ask her grandparents either, but she wants to give them the benefit of the doubt, or kind of wants to talk about the idea of owning her own art gallery or her own art studio of her own painting that she created of herself. So that's what she's gonna ask her Grandpa Hank, because Grandpa Hank is more generous to the fact where he will give his grandkids money. Well, no matter what it is, he will give his grandparents money. Which I don't know why he will, but still, it's his grandchild, and he really wants to care for them, and he really wants to make sure that they have everything that they need in order to survive, or anything that they want to actually really just have that they want. So he's gonna basically just share some ideas to him. So Grandpa Hank, I really am thinking about owning this one old particular studio in San Myshuno, and I have enough money to really afford it, but I don't have enough money to cover the entire thing. And that thing, it was during that time where he just said okay, Nia, I understand that you have money set aside from your trust fund technically, but I don't know if I could really afford to really cover you in that type of expense. And Nia understands that, and so she kind of understands okay, I guess I should get a part-time job and really make money on my own to really set aside some cost to basically afford it. And so I guess that she was going to do that, but I do want to go ahead and go over to San Myshuno to show you guys what it looks like, but I might do that in the next part. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and actually come downstairs and just talk to everyone down here with Max and everyone else. But I think the pets are still outside because they are technically very small pets, and they can't actually walk upstairs until they age up. So we're going to have Nia go ahead and do a friendly introduction to Oreo. Max here, he's going to go ahead and do a friendly introduction to Elliot, wherever Elliot is at. I can't find Elliot. Elliot? Oh my god, where the heck is Elliot? Oh my, Elliot. Elliot, where you at? Where the heck? Where is Elliot? Oh, Elliot's right here. Shoot, Elliot's so tiny and small. Oh no, that's Woofers. Oh no, Woofers. Oh no. We're gonna go ahead and hug Woofers. It's upsetting. The pets are so small they can't really climb up the stairs. It's really sad. But where is I can't find Elliot. Is Elliot missing? I think Elliot's missing. Oh no, it's not good. See, this is why I should not have small pets in this entire Let's Play, because small pets, they need to be taken care of a lot more often than, like, small, like, you know, I don't know, big pets, whatever. Oh yeah, but you know, I can't find Elliot at all. So, what we're gonna do is I might actually, so we have Oreo, then we have Woofers over here, and I can't seem to find Elliot. So Elliot's probably had, like, you know, scope, like I said, Elliot is that one pet that will actually literally run away from home to just go off in the town, explore the world for what it is, and like, seriously, Elliot, why would you do this? So, but I guess Elliot's out in the town, exploring, doing whatever he wants to do, whatever, like, he's basically an independent pet who will do whatever it takes to, like, roam free. I just don't understand why he would do it, but seriously, it's upsetting. But right now, we're gonna go actually head home, because it's a little bit late right now, and I want to take a nice little nap before we head over back at the house, well, before the next day, so we can head over to the art gallery with Darius, with Nia and Darius. So I'm really hoping that will go really great, and hopefully they will expand their relationship a little bit higher to become best friends, or at least good friends, and potentially boyfriend and girlfriend, because I honestly really want them to become boyfriend and girlfriend, or at least become best friends where they can own their, like, basically co-own or be co-found a new art gallery of their own. I just really want them to have a very successful life, and not, they don't live here. They do not live in Oasis Springs. But this is where Darius's mother lives, which is the Grove household. So you can see here, you know, we got Darius's mother on the left, we got the stepfather, we got the son, and we got the daughter right there. You know, the family of 4. That's where they live. You will visit them later in the long run, but I have plans to see them later. But we're gonna actually just take I'm gonna pick up back into the morning, so we can have Mr. Darius and Nia go over to this art gallery, which is called Les Art, which is an art center which is locally owned by some very locally good old fashioned people, which is actually where these people right here actually own this art gallery, which is pretty funny, which is kind of awesome. So I will go ahead and pick up back into the morning, and we'll be over here in the afternoon technically. So we'll see you guys all in a second. Alrighty guys, so here we are in the afternoon at the Les Art Museum or Cafe with Nia and Darius Grove, and I'm so excited for this right now because it's their first day of actually hanging out as wonderful friends from high school. Well, they're already in high school, but you know, first day with new friends. I'm so excited for this right now. I'm gonna take a picture. I just literally want to capture this moment for, like, when they have, like, kids of their own. I just want to remember and, like, look back at this moment. Like, this was, like, technically their first date, but it really isn't. But it kind of is, though. I'm just so freaking excited for this one. Okay, so now that we have all that all situated and ready to go, so this is actually slash apartment slash art gallery owned by the Awa. Wait, what is the last name? I forget what the last name was actually called. The Kaiwa household, and they actually own this entire building, and they're still renovating on the top, or on this entire apartment right here. But downstairs they do have like a local little bar and a little museum on the side as well. So they do own in both buildings, and I really do like how it really came to be. And I forget who actually built this, but it's on the gallery. I will hopefully try and link it down below with the origin ID link to the original creator. And so yeah, this is pretty cool. I just honestly love this art gallery a lot. But we're gonna go and talk to Darius over here because he is quite lonely here. That is the wrong person. Oops. Nia, please talk to Darius. You're a wonderful soon-to-be lava. We're gonna go ahead and brighten his day and see what he's up to, because they were actually looking forward to going to this new art gallery, because since they are both in the type of aspiration where they want to become a very well-known painter extraordinaire, or yeah, basically a painter extraordinaire, and they wanted to go to this new art museum, but luckily enough, the owners of this building actually invited them over to really just check out to tell them, like, hey, we have this new art gallery and slash like lounge, whatever, and we want you to go ahead and actually look at it, see what you like about it, and one day their art might actually be featured in this well-known art gallery. One of these days, their art will be placed on this wall with thousands and thousands of people looking at it every single day, and hopefully that will happen. But as of right now, they are still kind of, you know, not well-known artists, but they are somewhat not really well-known. But they are very at the top of their class in a school. They're both in art class together, and they are very, like, very talented at what they do, and I'm really proud of it. So we're gonna go ahead and share a secret to Darius, saying that, oh hey, I found this like new little hangout place that we could go to, or we look at when we get older, or whenever, you know, if we ever want to like go into business together. And they really I really think that they might actually go into business together one day when they get older, or soon after high school, because prom is coming up. Well, prom isn't actually coming up soon, but their winter formals coming up soon, and they kind of want to go to prom together, but also want to go to graduation. They have a lot of things going on in their lives that they do really want to go together, but as of right now, I really don't know yet. I really just do not know. So yeah, I do plan on actually incorporating, like, you know, the Sims 4 prom mod, the graduation mod, some other mods as well, just to really make this Let's Play the way I wanted to make this Let's Play, the way I vision it, because I feel like one day we'll get prom, one day we'll get graduation in The Sims 4, but as of right now, I'll be using mods to make it all possible and happen. And I might actually incorporate the funeral mod if I get to that point in time in that Let's Play where someone dies that's attached to the Sims or attached into this type of storyline. But yeah, I just am very, very curious to see how it will all play out in the end. Like one day, hopefully, they will go into business together where they'll purchase the same, as you know. It's actually the old salt house area, but it was actually torn down. It's very run down, and they do want to try and refurbish it and renovate it a little bit more, just to make it as an art gallery that they could, you know, potentially own one day. So, in the fact that they have to really talk to a real estate agent, and they have to like talk to an accountant, and just some other stuff that they have to like talk about, and some legal issues, or like, well, technically not really legal issues, but just some legal stuff that they have to like do. So we're going to compliment his appearance, and I really feel that Nia is that one person who would go that far away just to ask if he's single or not, because low-key I think he is, but I'm not really sure if he is or not. It's like, so wait, I want to get the right shot. I want to get the right position just to see this moment right now. Okay, Nia, okay, Nia, she sits down. Oh wait, she's sitting down for this. Okay, come on, stop. Okay, wait, pause. It's like, hey, so are you single? So Nia Marie just asked and just learned that Darius is a single Pringle man. Oh well, look at that. Look. Good enough for her though, but who knows if he will say yes to the fact that they might actually be together one day. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wrap up this part, but in the next part what will happen is some other extra stuff that we'll be doing, and hopefully soon that Elliot will come back home soon, because he ran away from home last night, and I don't know if he'll be able to, if he'll come back, because like again, he's a very snarky, independent little kitty cat that will literally run away from home just to get away, just to explore the world for what it is. But seriously, I do not even know at all. But hopefully one day in some way, they will get their art featured into this art gallery, and maybe their sculptures too. Who knows? But like I said, I hope you guys really much enjoyed this part as much as I did. Let me think down in the comments below as always, and I will see you guys only in the very next video. Bye!